Last year we moved here and this garden was an absolute bomb site, literally. Not only was it completely abandoned, it was trashed, covered in stone, rock, debris and glass, and oh yeah, creeping bamboo, which covered every single inch of it. I have to remember this, I have to say this, because I have to remind myself how far along we've come, and with one step at a time is moving in the right direction. So last year growing season I didn't really have much. I had more than I probably should have, considering I couldn't give the garden that much time. But this year I've managed to do a few more projects, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, this month, if the weather allows, it's not too hot, it might be possible to get some more projects done. So here's a little tour of everything going on in the garden. Everything's in pots right now. I'm not 100% sure of how I'm going to do the layout, so until I know more of that, I thought it was best not to put things in the ground yet. I've got half food crops and half plants, and my biggest enemy this year has most definitely been slugs and snails. They have stolen so much this year with all of the rain we've had. They've just made it nearly impossible to get anywhere. They have gone for my seedlings, they've gone for my echinacea, zinnias, sunflowers, they've eaten almost all of my strawberry leaves and strawberries. They've danced all over my cucumber babies, they've slimed my sweet pea roots, and somehow licked to death my one and only lily. I don't understand how they're so powerful, but they are. And this morning I found a slug eating my pumpkin flower and a snail dancing on my English hydrangeas. I've had enough of them. So I hope that you can see what I'm trying to show. I am really new to videoing everything. I'm really new to videoing. So this is, of course I held the camera in the wrong angle, but please forgive me. So I've gone over and taken some photos, and I hope you'll enjoy watching this. This year I'm really hoping for some cucumbers and melons. I'd love to harvest loads of tomatoes from my tomato plants because they're so big now. We'll see how it goes. This is only my second time growing them, so we'll see. I've also got planted, as you can see here, pumpkins, leeks, strawberries, garlic, I'm trying to remember everything. As I said, tomatoes, basil, and then lots of flowers. And I completely forgot to mention the fruit. So I'm growing figs, which for me is just so exciting, and blueberries, which I live in just behind this tree. When I got this tree, I'll pop up a photo. It was so small. I got it earlier in the year and it's taken off. It had that one large fig on it. It wasn't that big when I bought it. And now I think I've got about 18 baby figs. So this is a picture of when I first got it. It just had that one fig. It's incredible. And like the branches have split off and everything. Oh, it's so exciting. I love it. I love the smell. I just love figs. So here I've got 3 different varieties of blueberry: Sunshine Blue, Blue Crop and Duke. Now 2 of them have taken off and are really full of leaves. I've read online that you can't always, I'm really sorry if you can hear that building work in the background, you can't always expect fruit on the first year. So I've got 2 blueberries on the plant in the middle and nothing else so far. So I'm not holding high hopes for seeing fruit this year, but I'm just so excited to have these plants because this is the fruit that I eat every day. Brilliant. I'm so glad that the neighbour is drilling right now. Anyway. So the one on the left here, this one here with the grey pot, that's a semi-evergreen, and the leaves on this are completely different. They're like really beautiful, like silvery and small. When I got it, this was the only plant with leaves. The other 2 were just twigs, you know, like branches and roots. And this one, unfortunately, all of the leaves dropped off. I contacted the supplier. They said not to worry, this happens. But I actually trimmed it right back yesterday because there was just so much dead wood and only one healthy stem had come out of it lately. Now these are my absolute favourite hydrangea paniculata. I've actually got 2 of these. This one is about, I think this one is about 3 or 4 years old, and then I have another one on the other side of the garden that I bought last year. And if I'm not careful, I just buy one every time I see it because I just love them so much. Can you see that little spider there? So this is a really shoddy video of my greenhouse, and it's early this morning. I went out and I did some moving around because, as I mentioned earlier in the video with my special shout out to the snails and slugs, it's really hard to keep things from not being eaten. So this is proving to be really good, having the strawberries hanging up on the roof, from the roof of the greenhouse frame. And I really would love to have a large greenhouse one day, but this little frame has been working for me. And I did have a cover on it, a proper cover, but I realised that it got too hot in there once the sun actually came out. These are my mini cucumbers. So I'm going to insert a few different clips that I took today. I just really wanted to show how much the snails had damaged some of my things. I know it's not just my experience, I know everyone in the UK right now is struggling with this. Growing all of this just makes me so happy. Those are leeks there. Potted those up last week, I think. They've already grown since. I really do. Oh, I can't wait to have like raised beds. That's another dream of mine. Does anyone else do this? Use water bottles to water your plants when you can't get to it, just by putting some holes in the tops. It's proven really useful when I've gone away. And I don't know why my Photinia is less pink. Does anyone know? When I bought it, I'll try and insert a picture, it was a lot more pink, and now it's leaning towards green. I suppose it's probably similar to houseplants. When you've got the pink houseplants and you get less sun, they can revert back. But I'd really like it to go back to the colour it was. Here's a real mix of tomatoes. One bucket is store-bought. I think I bought 4 plants and I have no idea which one's which. And another huge tub is all from seed. Again, mix them all up, so I've got no idea which variety is which. I planted all of these marigolds in between. I don't know if it's helped. A lot of snails have eaten the flowers. I don't really know. I like how they look. Maybe it has helped. I'm not sure.